Blessings and greetings, my angels. Welcome. Happy June. This is Tigra of Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All, one of your first long-standing original Sagittarius only channels here on YouTube. Happy June to you. I just recorded your general weekly June reading, and now we're going to tap into the first week reading for your love energies. If you're not a subscriber, you're a cross watcher, even if you're not a Sagittarius, guess what? I know you know a Sagittarius. Whether it's your mom, your dad, your brother, an in-law, a co-worker, it behooves you, if you don't subscribe, at least to follow the channel and to comment, because when you know the inner workings of a Sagittarius, or if you have an idea as to what energetically is going on in their life at a particular time, it will make sense and will help you navigate through your relationships and through your friendships with Sagittarius, right? We do our due diligence and we study everything else, but we don't study the people that we love or the people that we interact with. So think of spirituality, think of tarot, think of the divine, the tools that we have here and the gifts and talents to give us the information on how we can better allocate our energy, how we can better align with different people in our life, especially when it comes to their zodiac energies and, when they were born and how they think of things and how they look at things differently than you, okay? A Sag is different than a Scorpio is different than a Pisces, a Gemini is way different than an Aries. We all have different traits, but if you love someone or if you're close to them and you want to get to know them and kind of, again, bring joy to that relationship and not walk a fine line, definitely subscribe and find out what's going on or what could potentially be going on in your Sagittarius life that makes them moody this week, or this week they're up, or next week they're down. It's like having a lesson on friendship and a lesson on mankind, so to speak. And what is it going to hurt? Nothing. If anything, it's going to help you and help the relationship. So again, thank you. Heavenly blessings upon all of you as we start this new month of June. I pray that we have a blessed month of June. I hope we see miracles manifest this month. I hope things move in a better, positive light for us. May doors open that are closed, and may Archangel Michael and all the angels and saints continue to bless us and to hold us and to guard us during our life journey. Amen. Okay, if this is your first time, I do little intros. I do timestamps if you want to bypass the intro, but I always suggest you come back at the end because you never know what message I might be saying. I do free card pulls twice a month for those of you who comment quite frequently on the videos. So that's a plus as well. I do personal readings, but only for long-standing and good-standing subscribers. Okay, otherwise I don't do personal readings on the channel. I rotate my decks every month. So for the new month of June, you're going to see the different decks that I use because I do have a wide collection, and I love just being reacquainted and also introducing you to the new decks. I do have deck reviews that I've done, so go to my playlist. I try to populate all my playlists with the weekly readings, the weekend readings, and all that for you. So again, tap into it. And don't forget, you can watch me on your cell phone, your iPhone, your iWatch, your TV, right? You can stream, you can listen by audio, you can listen while you're going to work or when you're coming home from work. But I pray that you find time to catch up on your spiritual nourishment and whatever information that the angels in the universe seeks to provide, okay? Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, let's cleanse the space and raise the vibrations from all the other readings that I've done over the weekend. And I have done some readings over the weekend. I did a charm reading in addition to your last weekend reading for May, so some of you might definitely want to tap into that. Okay, we are starting officially this first general weekly reading at 4 minutes and 35 seconds. I do shuffle the cards before each video. I have a limited small space. That's the only reason why you don't see the cards, out on the prayer table, but everything is shuffled. All the decks that I use are here by the side of me on my side table, what have you. So even though you might not hear me shuffle, the decks are already shuffled, so I'm just pulling from the shuffled decks. Okay, what do we have here for this first week for Sagittarius in June for love? Some of you might be going on a date this week or taking someone out to lunch, or I even find like some of you might go to a business lunch or meet someone for a business meeting, and you are taken aback at the person, like their beauty or their poise. Something might attract you to this person. Like I said, you never know where love is going to find you. So some of you might find yourself finding someone or engaging with someone that you meet over a cup of coffee or a dinner or a business meeting. Others of you, this could be a blind date that you're going on. Okay, so I do see some of you this week going out and meeting someone, and it could be for romantic reasons, and then not, and then it could turn out to be something romantic. Okay, so we also have with this energy this week that many of you have to be realistic when it comes to what you desire in love. You see those seven of cups floating over his head? This is the card of illusion. This is the card of imagination and fantasy. And I know it's great to fantasize, right? It's great to fantasize what you want your lover to look like and smell like and be like. But in reality, we've got to kind of pull it in, right? You've got to get a grip. So I do feel that a lot of you do spend a lot of your free time, could be while you're dining. You know, you could be out with one person and thinking about someone else, picturing that perfect he or she, you know, that you romantically want to be attached to. But the reality is that perfect he or she with all these characteristics that you desire doesn't exist and might not exist. So just be patient and welcome those that come into your life. Give them a chance as they are giving you a chance. You never know, right? They always say don't judge a book by its cover. All that glitter is not gold is so true. Get to know deep down a person. See the beauty within. Also with that, I see some of you starting to work on new relationships or new partnerships. Could also be a slight energy of rekindling, but I feel like these are new relationships in the early stages that you're trying to put some interest into. Some of you are trying to put some time into. You could be very busy at work or finishing school. You know, graduation's around the corner, so a lot of you could be, you know, final exams, but you do want to entertain love and you do want to have companionship. I mean, you want to reward yourself, right? After all these years of studying. So it's great to have someone to celebrate with. And if you have the time to give to a relationship after all the hard work is done, why not? So I do feel for many of you, you're going to be juggling work, responsibilities, wanting to be in love or being in love. You could have partners that could be a little impatient at this time as you are finishing school. You know, you're getting that law degree or you're getting that MBA or whatever the case may be. You're applying to be a court officer, a police officer, whatever it is that you're doing career-wise, or just for your life in general that's taking up your time. You're trying to do your best. Some partners will be more understanding than others, but you make the decisions and you balance it out accordingly. Don't shut out your partner at this time. Communicate to them, especially when you have these life challenges and these opportunities of things that you need to do for yourself, and you have a partner or you're trying to talk to someone in the early stage of a relationship. Open communication, being tactful, being mindful. If you have to cancel a date, let them know. Don't ghost them. Don't give them the feeling that you're not interested. Just let them know what's on your plate right now and balance it out. So much work and not enough play doesn't make you a happy boy or girl, right? You want to have a happy life. So keep the energy balance between your life and your relationships. There are beginning energies for you when it comes to your relationships this month, Sagittarius, where some of you are thinking about whether the relationship you're in is the one for you. Does it provide the stability? Is this person necessarily on the same page as you? But we all have concerns, especially, let's say you've gone to school, right? Or you're getting this great job. You want someone in your life that can appreciate your sacrifice, all the hard work. You want someone that is going to ride and die with you and is also worthy of all the goodness and all the great things that you are going to achieve in your life at this time. So sometimes we do have to look at our partners. What are they bringing to the table? What are they taking away from the table? Are they a help or are they a burden, right? So your enthusiasm this month, new ideas, new energy when it comes to love, or even those of you who are dating people who are younger than you, it brings a different spin to the relationship. But I do feel like a lot of you are trying to bring more youthful energy to your relationship. You're trying to do the things that you used to do, especially if you've been in a relationship for a long time with someone that really sparked interest in you too. Keeping the relationship alive, keeping it spunky, right, and funky, and not letting it grow old. With the Queen of Cups energy, definitely you want to be in charge of your emotions. You want to share your emotions. You want your emotions to be known, not only to your partner, but also to you. You're going to give them as much as they give to you. And in some cases, Sagittarius, we tend to always give more. Many of you in this cycle of your love life, you are secure and you've grown a lot. And your emotional intelligence is so high that you need a partner that can deal with you on that level. And it serves you to be emotionally intelligent in this stage in life so that you can navigate through life in a positive way. Many people are going to be drawn to you, Sagittarius, because of your captivating and sensual spark, right? Your mature feminism, the way how you love, the compassion, the loyalty that you bring. And even though this is a feminine card, it's still within my male Saggies as well. I never leave my male Saggies out, even though you might hear me speak of a lot of feminine energy. Remember, we have both the divine male and the divine feminine, right? The masculine and the feminine within us. So everything is always, it can go either way. So continue to be devoted, continue to be the loving, truthful person that you are, because it does make a difference in your relationships. Some of you do have some people in your life that are unhappy at this time. Maybe they might not communicate it, but if you feel your partner's acting funny, they're being distant, they're not communicating as much, they're being closed off or not available, that's probably a good sign that they're unhappy or something is going on in their life. They might not want to tell you or they don't know how to tell you. But when you sense or see the signs that you're unhappy or vice versa, if your partner thinks you're unhappy, you need to approach and address it. Sometimes it's just a matter of, again, talking and communicating. Triggers. Could be unhappy because certain things are happening in their life. Certain people get triggered by certain events. It reminds them of past disappointments, past heartbreaks, okay? Certain patterns happen again and it makes them think what that ex-lover did to them. So sometimes the things that we do and say can trigger our partners and vice versa. And it can make them feel unhappy or bring them back to a place of unhappiness. Influence and distractions. Well, we get this in the reverse. So there are no influences and distractions this week that we see in your relationship. So that's great. So just be mindful again of knowing your partner and your partner knowing you, what your triggers are, what your sensitivities are. So this way we don't have to walk around each other, like eggshells, but we're aware of the things that hurt us, the things that we're sensitive to. There are regrets. Sometimes there are regrets for the things that we say and do with or towards our partner and vice versa, because we didn't recognize it could have been a trigger. We didn't realize that if we spoke about a particular subject or a particular person or said a certain name, it was going to do something to them internally. So sometimes we do have regrets, especially for Sagittarius in love, because we tend to put our emotions out there and we say what we say with honesty. But we have to realize that sometimes the intensity of our honesty and our truth might not match and be accepted on the same level as our partner. Okay, so just be mindful again of what you say, how you say it. Think of your partner's feelings. If you're not sure, ask them before you discuss something, before you go into a particular discussion. It might not be something that they want to entertain. They will buy what you sell. Some of you have partners that are so gullible, they will believe and say and do anything. It's great to have partners that agree with you, but nobody wants a yes man for a partner, right? You want a partner that is objective, a partner that's gonna put you in your place, so to speak, and correct you when you're wrong. So even though you do want balance and you want honesty and truth from your partner, you also want them to be objective. You want them to be true as far as telling you when, no, you're wrong, Sagittarius, okay? Musical roots, some of you are tied to or will be meeting people because you have a common interest in music. Music is, it's like the playbook of our lives, right? How many of us can remember relationships or certain boyfriends or girlfriends' names, right? And put it in the comments as a particular song that reminds you of a particular person in your life. So having musical roots, if you both are musically entwined, really is important to your relationship. And it's good to have fond memories of relationships due to the music during that time when you were together. Heal the throat chakra is talking about being able to communicate, like we spoke about earlier, right? So I feel like the strong message this week is be open to communication. Communicate to and with your partner. Know and be aware of what is sensitive communication to them, or sensitive things that trigger them, that are hurtful to them, or brings them back to a time of pain and disappointment. Healing your throat chakra just means prepare yourself to speak. Watch how you speak. Speak with intention and honesty and truth, but also have compassion. Don't speak to be harmful. Draw your blueprint in your relationships. When your relationship isn't going the way how you want it to go, or if the communication is lacking, or anything is off balance or off key with your relationship, this is your relationship, Sagittarius. You have input in this, right? There's the two of you in there. So you matter in this relationship. The way how you feel and the way how you want to contribute to this relationship matters. And if it's not the vision, right, of your fantasy, of what you desire, then you need to work on that. Either you adapt to what you have in the relationship that you're in, or you find a relationship that soothes your soul or fits with that narrative of the fantasy that you have. We also get in the middle of this deck, fake busy. Not to say that someone's ghosting you this week, but someone could be brushing you up saying that they're busy when they're really not. They're just maybe trying to avoid you because maybe you had a lack of communication, or the last time that you met or were with each other, something happened and kind of left like a bad taste in their mouth. So they're not ghosting you, but they're not exactly running towards you. So just give them the space. There is romance, the beginning of romance for many of you, going out on your bikes, going in the park, holding hands. It is springtime leading into summer, so this is when that takes a big rise. But just like it's summertime is coming, there are those Jezebels, Those girls are out there. They're ready, with their low crop mid-tops and their poom shorts, and the guys too. Everyone's out there playing games, right? Everyone's trying to score for the summer or have this summer fling or this summer romance. Yeah, when you're young, that's great. But when you're older, you want something that's more consistent. So just be careful. There are those who are just out there just to have fun. There are those who are out there for trickery. So be careful of those Jezebels that approach you in your life. Make sure they show their true colors, and make sure you look for the true colors in the people that you deal with romantically. Wow, here we get again. Round and round, cycle, triggers, lessons. A lot of you are dealing in relationships where you and your partner, or both of you together, or either or, have a lot of tendencies to attract the same people and keep going through the same type of drama. You've got to break that cycle. You're going round and round. It's like rinse and spin and rinse. So until you recognize the lesson, and the lesson is taught and observed by you or this partner, karmically, you're going to be still attracted to other people that keeps you in this drama. Be careful. Like I said, spring, summer romances are good, but a lot of people are already engaged with other people. And I don't mean engaged, but they could be, yes, technically engaged, have a ring with someone. But I mean, they're already involved with someone else. Some of them, are just continuously cheating with others. It's about the fun. It's about seeing all the girls in their little skimpy bathing suits and the skimpy clothing that they wear in the summer. The guys with their body shirts, their muscles all out. Everything looks beautiful in the sunlight until you take it behind closed doors. Where there's dishonesty, where there's cheating, there's deception, they're love bombing you, the mind games. Don't get so caught up with that outer package, okay? Some of you might feel under pressure, especially if your biological clock is ticking or you haven't dated in a while. I get it, but just don't throw yourself out there to the lions, girls and guys. Come on now. Be smart, be practical. There is no pressure. You're not in a rush or a race for love, and you don't have to compare yourself to your friends or your peer groups, okay? So yes, if you're thinking about you want to have kids, if time is running out, that's fine. But time never runs out for you to find love. It will find you. And sometimes we just have to stop chasing it. And then finally, there is someone that misses you, that is thinking of you. They are sending you messages and thoughts. They are saying to themselves that they love you, but they can't reach you because you have them blocked. Okay? This is an ex that is thinking of you. This is not someone new. This ex is thinking of you. They could be going through a separation right now, or they're just newly out of a relationship, and they're probably thinking, or they might have come across your social media and see that you're single, or maybe that you're coming out of a relationship. They're still afraid of commitment, or being afraid of commitment at the time was the reason that you're no longer together. You had great sexual chemistry, and the both of you at the time, you were too young for this relationship. You had a lot of learning to do. Now that they're older, they can pause and reflect. They would love if you would assert yourself and be, and come to them, but there's still secrets between the two of you that still have to be resolved. He or she might still be a player, and there's still concerns. You want to guard your heart. Even if you still do have feelings for this person, you don't trust them. You definitely don't trust them. If you don't trust them, it is not going to work. What else do we have, my angels, before we come to a close? We also get bad news. Unfortunately, there's something difficult I need to share with you. If the energy is off with your partner, if they have been ghosting you or been distant, could be because there's some bad news they need to tell you. Hopefully, it's nothing crazy, okay? But, yeah, so that could be another reason why they're being distant. You're a nuisance. I feel obligated to associate with you. An obligation. I feel, Sagittarius, this is how some of you might feel towards a person that you're talking to or dating. The burden, they use you as a crutch. They're very needy, overly dependent. They're not bringing to the table what they should. And you're just over it. I think you've given this person time to get their act together, but they're just not seeming to do so. I have ill intentions and be planning on deceiving you. Yeah. Some of you are involved with someone where they haven't gotten their act together. They might have suffered like a great job loss or a medical situation, something that they have gone through. But their intentions are not honest. A lot of what happened behind the scenes they really didn't tell you the truth. I think when they came into this relationship with you, they knew how shady and how downtrodden their life already was. So the deceit was already there. You just didn't see it. And they're just trying to hold you to keeping you obligated to them. I find your stories comical and your life a source of entertainment. There is someone that you talk to that's a friend, just a friend, but this person loves your your jokes. They find you hilarious. They love your energy. Watch that person. Just like, out of your peripheral. This person might end up to be a lover in the end. Confession, a truth is ready to surface, exposing what's been concealed. This could be a confession from that ex who wants to come back, or it could be a confession from this person who's trying to hold on to you, to keep you obligated. They might feel so boxed in, right, that they have to tell the truth. They feel that they have to tell the truth to you so you don't walk away. Let's go to this final deck as we close out. We got a lot of good stuff here for this first week of June, and we end with retirement goals. Some of you who are married, you're shopping for housing, you're shopping for your next home. So you could be in a process of selling your home, showcasing your home, putting in your paperwork. You might have just turned 62, 65, 67, or 70, right? And you're just thinking about your retirement right now and what that looks like for you and your partner. Others of you are looking for new relationships or a partner that is better than the last partner that you had. You feel you deserve an upgrade, and I'm all here for it. Others of you are in a crossroad. You have a decision to make as to where you want to go and what you want to do as far as your life, and who you want to bring on that journey with you, and what those next steps look like. And then we close with closure. Some of you are finally ready to let go and end those chapters as we start this month of June. You're happy to do so. Some are a little sad and disappointing, but others you welcome, because that means you are finally free. And there is nothing better to Sagittarius's ear than the word freedom. Saying that we are free, we are loose from the ties that bond us is so important, from the mental gravity of the stress that some relationships bring us. When someone finally lets us go, or we finally decide to walk away and we get that closure, forget retirement goals. You're just thinking how sunny your life is going to be, how open and free you can be now. You don't have to act or pretend or take in that toxicity anymore. So no matter where you are in your cycle or your journey of love, may you have a blissful month of June, and may love follow you, and be compassionate to those that love you, and vice versa. Namaste.